Hey people, it is Tuesday, March the 8th, and the time is 1:28 in the afternoon, and the temperature is currently 1 degree Celsius. And we're here on the corner of Danforth Avenue and Main Street. I just finished a 2-hour live stream, and I thought, why not fire up a video as I make my way towards home. I'm not going to record the entire walk home because I think I will hop on the subway at some point. Just make sure my lens is pointing properly towards the horizon. It's been a while since I've walked along this far eastern portion of the Danforth. The local BIA refers to this area as Danforth Village, and further east it becomes the Danny, and then even further east it becomes Greektown. And I was thinking maybe to switch things up a bit, I'll alternate between the north side and south side of the street. Most other videos I've shot, I've stuck to one side or the other. And to me, one of the neatest things about walking west along the Danforth is the ever-present towers of the Bloor-Yorkville skyline off in the distance. They seem just calling out to you up there, but it takes much longer than you would think to get to them. The Danforth is a very long street. It just goes on and on and on. So I think what I'll do is I'll cross here while the light is green. And there you can see the towers of the Bloor-Yorkville skyline. It looks like this new condominium is called the Danny Danforth. It sounds like the name of a superhero in a Marvel comic. His alter ego, I should say, not the superhero name, his regular person name. There's another new condominium. Looks like this one is pretty much complete. Now we just have to wait and see what sort of retail fills up these spaces. It's good to see some of these choppy areas of the eastern Danforth getting filled in. Unfortunately, things like this still exist. Who knows if that will ever be redeveloped into something more urban. And likewise for this gas station here. As you head further west, though, you don't see as much of that sort of thing. It becomes pretty much a solid street wall of street fronting retail and restaurants. And now we've entered the Danny portion of Danforth. I don't know if anyone actually calls it the Danny, though. I think that's just the business improvement area name for the neighborhood. And there's still some remnants of snow here. We had very light snowfall yesterday. Later in the day. Earlier was quite mild. And the day before that was extremely mild for this time of year, which melted most of the remaining snow that we did have after the big blizzard in mid-January. But like much of this winter, the temperature has been yo-yoing up and down. And the sidewalks here are quite icy, actually. Very slippery. And I think the last time I walked along the Danforth was before restrictions were lifted regarding capacity levels in restaurants and bars. Because now all restrictions have been lifted and restaurants can have full capacity once again, as well as bars and nightclubs. And the Danforth is a very restaurant-heavy street, especially going through Greektown. That's what it's mainly known for. And it's suffered quite a great deal over the last 2 years with the on and off lockdowns and restrictions. For the longest time, restaurants could only have outdoor dining, and then at some point takeout only was how they had to exist. And home delivery. So this coming tourist season will be the first time in 2 years that Greek Town will be back in full swing. And I'm quite looking forward to seeing it thronged with people. Greek Town is a really fun area to walk through on like a Friday night. There's lots of patios, lots of happy people enjoying themselves. You don't even have to enjoy Greek food. It's just still a fun area just to walk around in, which is mainly what I do. So I'm thinking maybe I'll cross again. This is Woodbine Avenue. And I think there's a spot up here where you can see the CN Tower just briefly. Most of the southern end of the skyline is not visible from the Danforth. Unless you're up on top of one of these buildings in an upper floor, then I suppose you could see it. This Toronto skyline is rather long, and it runs mainly north to south between the lake and Bloor Street. And as you may know, Danforth Avenue, after crossing the Don River over the Prince Edward Viaduct, becomes Bloor Street. So it's really the same street, just of a different name. There's a little girl riding the unicorn. And that's how it all begins. And the further west we go, the activity on the sidewalk seems to pick up a bit.
Don't run too much.
We've got like a group of doggies up ahead here. Got a big dog checking out the little dogs.
They don't want to be bothered anymore.
Oh, no wonder. This is the Canine Social Company. I'd say that explains it. Doggy daycare. And I think I'll cross back to the other side again. Yeah, it looks like this building is slated to be replaced by a 7-story residential building. I'm not sure if that includes this whole block or not. See, some of these businesses are still operating, so this end of the lot might not be part of the development, or it might be if this is the same development over here. It is. So this entire stretch of buildings, I think, from this point down to the corner will be part of that new development. I'm not always a fan of demolishing decent old street fronting retail buildings for new developments, because oftentimes the new developments never really quite bring back or manage to bring back the sort of cozy lived-in atmosphere that old street front retail has. They have these large blank glass-faced walls facing the sidewalks with large spaces for retail that are hard to fill unless they are rented by chain restaurants with very big pockets. So the small fine-grained retail you see, such as across the street, is lost. And you can't really bring that back.
Okay, I'll ask the next appointment. Yeah, thank you.
We're doing there.
So we're still in the Danny section of Danforth. I think I'll cross back to the other side at the next major intersection up ahead there. I believe that's Coxwell Avenue. I think that used to be the bus terminal diner. Although that is a pretty neat location for an A&W. I suppose if anything had to replace the bus terminal diner in A&W, probably be the most favorable one among the fast food chains. South down Coxwell, and you can see Lake Ontario way off in the distance. That baby was looking intently at me. Or maybe at my camera. Yeah, there's no shortage of interesting restaurants. As well as being known as the location of Greektown, Danforth Avenue also has a stretch known for its Ethiopian restaurants. And further to the east, Bangladeshi restaurants and businesses. once you get closer to Victoria Park Avenue. And here's some free books. The history of the Scottish people. If it isn't Scottish, it's crap. That's just me doing an old Mike Myers skit from Saturday Night Live. Mom's basement. That's somewhat intriguing.
Notifications? Oh, now on yet. Okay. I know what emails them to. Again. Is he there? Are you in the car? Oh, okay. Phone's gonna die, I'm gonna let it die. My phone's about to die. Awareness that we gotta tank up.
I was thinking maybe I would cross to the other side there, but I decided not to.
Yeah, I'll figure it out for us.
I heard a while ago that Second City had temporarily relocated to the Danforth, and I'm not sure exactly where. That's the famous improv comedy troupe that spawned many famous comedians here in Canada. Pretty much dominated movies and comedy in the 1980s. John Candy, Martin Short, Rick Moranis, Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy, Joe Flaherty, you know, the list goes on. So I'm just sort of keeping an eye out in case I walk past it. I have no idea if it's to the east of here. I'll have to check that out if I'm ever back in the area. I'll be sure to point it out. And I've always mentioned it in previous videos, but seems silly not to. This used to be a movie theater. And now a Tim Hortons and a Circle K. I think people in the neighborhood would prefer if it was still a movie theater. Here's Greenwood Avenue, so I'm going to dip into the subway here. And I'm going to wrap up this video. And we're still not even close to Greektown yet. I guess we're close, but it's still quite a ways off in the distance to the west of here. So I'll have to save Greektown for another day and another video. Maybe on a nice sunny, mild day when it's sure to be bustling with people. And maybe some patios will be in action. So thanks everyone for walking along the Danforth with me. I hope you enjoyed. If so, leave a comment below. And like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.